The squirrel and his squirrel, the rabs and their rabbits, have certain obscure and peculiar habits. Male hummingbirds make the most exquisite rockets. The snake, when he walks, holds his hands in his pockets. Other things of hers were harder to relinquish. Up to the end of 1949, I cherished and adored, and stained with my kisses and merman tears, a pair of old sneakers, a boy's shirt she had worn, some ancient blue jeans I found in the trunk compartment, a crumpled school cap, such like wanton treasures. Then, when I understood my mind was cracking, I collected these sundry belongings, added to them what had been stored in Beardsley, a box of books, a bicycle, old coats, galoshes, and on her 15th birthday mailed everything as an anonymous gift to a home for orphaned girls on a windy lake on the Canadian border. It is just possible that, had I gone to a strong hypnotist, he might have extracted from me and arrayed in a logical pattern certain chance memories that I have threaded through my book, with considerably more ostentation than they present themselves with to my mind even now, when I know what to seek in the past. At the time, I felt I was merely losing contact with reality. And after spending the rest of the winter and most of the following spring in a Quebec sanatorium where I had stayed before, I resolved first to settle some affairs of mine in New York, and then to proceed to California for a thorough search there. Here is something I composed in my retreat. Wanted, wanted, Dolores Hayes, hair brown, lips scarlet, age 5,300 days, profession none, all starlet. Where are you hiding, Dolores Hayes? Why are you hiding, darling? I talk in a daze, I walk in a maze, I cannot get out, said the starling. Where are you riding, Dolores Hayes? What make is the magic carpet? Is a cream cougar the present craze? And where are you parked, my carpet? Who is your hero, Dolores Hayes? Still one of those blue-caped starmen? Oh, the balmy days and the palmy bays, and the cars and the bars, my Carmen. Oh, Dolores, that jukebox hurts. Are you still dancing, darling? Both in worn Levi's, both in torn T-shirts, and I in my corner snarling. Happy, happy is gnarled McFate, touring the States with a child wife, ploughing his Molly in every state, among the protected wildlife. My Dolly, my folly, her eyes were vert, and never closed when I kissed her. Know an old perfume called Soleil Vert? Are you from Paris, mister? L'autre soir, un air froid d'opéra Malita, son fêlé bien folle et qui s'y fit. Il neige, le décor s'écroule, Lolita, Lolita, que je fais de ta vie? Dying, dying, Lolita Hayes, of hate and remorse I'm dying. And again my hairy fist I raise, and again I hear you crying. Officer, officer, there they go, in the rain where that lighted store is. And her socks are white, and I love her so, and her name is Hayes Dolores. Officer, officer, there they are, Dolores Hayes and her lover. Whip out your gun and follow that car, now tumble out and take cover. Wanted, wanted, Dolores Hayes, her dream-grey gaze never flinches. 90 pounds is all she weighs, with a height of 60 inches. My car is limping, Dolores Hayes, and the last long lap is the hardest. And I shall be dumped where the weed decays, and the rest is rust and stardust. By psychoanalyzing this poem, I note it is really a maniac's masterpiece. The stark, stiff, lurid rhymes correspond very exactly to certain perspectiveless and terrible landscapes and figures, and magnified parts of landscapes and figures, as drawn by psychopaths in tests devised by their astute trainers. I wrote many more poems. I immersed myself in the poetry of others. But not for a second did I forget the load of revenge. I would be a knave to say, and the reader a fool to believe, that the shock of losing Lolita cured me of pederosis. My accursed nature could not change, no matter how my love for her did. On playgrounds and beaches, my sullen and stealthy eye, against my will, still sought out the flash of a nymphet's limbs, the sly tokens of Lolita's handmaids and rose girls. But one essential vision in me had withered. Never did I dwell now on possibilities of bliss with a little maiden, specific or synthetic, in some out-of-the-way place. Never did my fancy sink its fangs into Lolita's sisters, far, far away in the coves of evoked islands. That was all over, for the time being at least. On the other hand, alas, 2 years of monstrous indulgence had left me with certain habits of lust. I feared lest the void I lived in might drive me to plunge into the freedom of sudden insanity when confronted with a chance temptation in some lane between school and supper. Solitude was corrupting me. I needed company and care. My heart was a hysterical, unreliable organ. This is how Rita enters the picture.